take card for spy?
Oh, we're live, by the way. We're live. We were just... I hit the button by accident, but we're live. This is what we do. We're talking about cars extended warranties. Anyway, welcome back, everyone. I beefed that transition really hard. Sorry, gnomes. We're back.
Enjoy the vlogs.
We're back. Yeah. No, I think I had enough time to where it's not gonna make a big deal. But anyway, we're back. Hope everyone got some nice snacks. I know a lot of us here did, but no blue milk, unfortunately, because Walt is allergic. So, as we arrive back with the rest of our party on the planet of Rodi in the city of Karsteku, I don't know why I even decided to make that the name when I can't say it all that great. Our party descends from the elevator from the safe house that they were just at, with meeting an old friend of Kial's in Renth Drull, and understanding now that they have to secure a Datacard to make sure that he is not tried and convicted for a murder he may or may not have committed.
Pretty much committed.
You know, yeah. He won't tell you that, but anyway.
But he'll allude to it.
He will. The rest of you kind of just like make it back out to the, like, it's not the lobby, it's just kind of like a room where an elevator is, but you all make it there, and now the city is free for you to roam.
I think we shouldn't waste much time. We probably don't want to carry around the crate of blasters any longer. Those don't necessarily seem immediately vital to our mission.
What if we can trade it for information? Okay, that
doesn't seem very likely.
What else do you have to offer? Are you going to do some manner of organic dance for them? Entertain those who you wish to take information from?
Why is that your first suggestion?
Okay.
I have...
Keep in mind, Mara is who HK is around most of the time.
Good point.
Before we do this, there is an act of God that we have to do, so
God.
definitely shout out to everyone who
Here comes the will of the Force.
Will of the Force.
So,
the Force says dance.
What we're going to do here is we're going to do the card. I don't have it up right now, but actually, do I have it up? Maybe. Okay, I don't.
Behold, the Kenobi PNG.
I don't have the PNG up, but we're going to do the game Never Tell Me the Odds. It's going to be a bit different this time. This is the one where I'm going to ask all of you to roll just a flat d20. If you get higher than 10, I will give you light points, 5 exactly. If you roll as a group less than 10, as an average, I'm giving myself 5 dark side points.
Ooh. Oh boy.
Alrighty.
In tie is meets it, beats it, so...
Let's go. Let's go.
Wait, the only way this fails is if I roll a natural 1, right?
Yep.
Correct.
Hey, let's find out.
Where's that wood?
Okay.
There it
Didn't
is.
fail.
All right. The
Didn't
natural
fail.
20 I
We
will
are
count as
good.
2 successes anyways, so that's going to be 5 light side points to the team. You now have 8.
Damn.
You have 8 light side points against my 1 dark side point. So I'm a little bit behind, but again, thank you everyone who's been supporting from the coffee and for the Act of Gods on everything in this channel, giving our players a nice set of points to help them out in their future combats potentially.
Points to ruin.
Points
We'll
to
sully
Points
them.
to waste
use
away
and use
blowing
them.
up elevators.
Anyway, so you guys can go back to... Sorry, I interrupted. You guys can go back to your conversation about what you want to. Just had to get that out.
HK, I'm not sure the average Joe really needs a crate of blasters.
That depends.
It does depend. Okay.
I mean, there's always that old guy we can give that we can scam them into being like sort of our storage unit.
You want
Bad idea. You're right. Moving on.
leaving the crate of blasters somewhere doesn't seem like a great idea.
Are there any other strangers you would like to suggest dropping off a shipment of Imperial arms with?
And blue milk.
Something came over me. We're
We should find a representative of that Rodian Defense Force.
Yeah. Yes. Let's go do. Are we gonna do so? Okay. I guess we're just taking the blasters then. All right.
I will hang back with the blasters.
He's the utility droid. How would he not look utilitarian if he didn't have his utility?
Sure. That's a good cover, I guess. As good as we can get. So the contact was at like the Defense Forces headquarters,
Correct.
and we have to like ask for. I didn't write the name down because I'm dumb.
It was Jenna Tan. Correct?
Yeah, gin and tonic.
Yeah, Jenna Tan.
Gin and
Cool. I guess we go do that then.
do it up.
What's our cover here? What are we going to say we're at the Defense Force for?
I mean, we could use the old razzle dazzle, as the kids say.
What does that mean?
We're here to mop the floors.
Oh,
You call anybody anybody order a pizza?
what's
You
a
are
pizza?
less convincing than a Gundark in a dress.
Also,
Do
what
you
is
have
a
any
pizza?
better idea?
May I do have one idea. I don't know if Mr. By the Book Imperial will like it so much, but we could say that we found a contraband shipment of Imperial arms and we need to talk to the local defense force, and we were told to contact Jenna Tan about it.
We were told to be subtle. I think
That
the rules
Seems
are meant to be bent in times of great distress. If you don't
Also
want
saying
to,
yes. Let's get on with the plan.
get fucked.
I agree with Kiki's plan.
Perhaps we should try to lure this Genaton person out of the Imperial Defense Force building.
It wasn't- it's not-
outside the window.
It's not Imperial Defense Force. It's
Oh, sorry, the Rodian
Rodian,
Defense Force.
yeah.
That's what I
Yeah.
meant to say.
Well, we certainly want to take the contraband into
exactly.
the RDF.
PF, PS, PSU,
Rodian
PSF,
PSF, Personal Security Force, or
PSF.
private. So I don't know. I don't know what the P stands for. I just thought it sounded cool. Anyway,
Be your
I
pants,
can
special
so
forces.
agree.
Public.
public.
Rodian
Yeah, there we go. Public Security Force.
Security
Thank
Force.
you.
I got you.
I can scale the grid nearby. And we can
That-
have plausible deniability when
I
leading
mean,
her to it.
if we can find an empty warehouse, we can pretend it to be as like mock it up to be a safe house and bring Genaton in to it.
Makes sense to me.
They wouldn't expect us to bring contraband into the
To
PSF
them, yeah,
headquarters.
that would be questionable.
So, as much as I'm loath to suggest this, a 2-and-2 setup.
Well, first we have to find the warehouse so we know where we're actually going. So I think we might
Right.
want to just all stick together for now.
Right. Until I mean after we get the
Sure.
Now, something that so would we be able to like find we're in the residential district right now, yes?
Mm-hmm.
The PSF headquarters, I'm guessing, is probably not in the residential area. It's probably like in a government sector or something like that.
They told you that it was near the center of the city. Is what
Okay.
Renth told you.
Okay. Is there a map that I can pull up to kind of look at the city that we're in?
Like from Empire Archives.
Yeah, like on the HoloNet or something.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make me a. Give me a second. This would be knowledge. Knowledge something. Hold on. Knowledge. Knowledge Outer Rim
Okay.
against
Difficulty
3
of?
purples. And remember, you do have 8 light-sided points. So
Um,
I would like to have HK assist by browsing classified ads for office furniture
ooh.
Oh,
Okay, what's
from
your
recent delinquencies.
what is HK's knowledge lore?
3.
Or I mean, sorry, not knowledge outer rim.
They're all 3.
They're all 3. 3 just greens.
green.
Yeah, 3 greenos.
What is
Skullduggery is a yellow and a green.
what is your Lafon,
Tolerance?
what's your character's?
I have 2 green in Outer Rim knowledge.
Okay, so what it's going to be now is it's going to be 2 yellows and a green against 3.
2 yellows and a green against 3.
Yeah,
okay.
because you're stacking the help. So
Right, so I just click on the green twice?
no. So what you're going to do is you're going to do this manually because we can't.
Oh, right, 2 yellows and a green up here. Okay.
2
okay,
yellows
okay.
and a green up there against 3 purples and
Against 3
So-
purple. So I'm just gonna, and I just roll like
yeah, just roll it.
this.
Classified ads. Let's go.
Yikes.
Is that how it's supposed to go?
That's how it's supposed to go, but you failed.
Okay. Oh wow. And I used all my inspiration, I believe. No, I used 1.
You used 1, didn't you have 2?
I had 2.
Let me check.
Yeah. You had 1 given by Beep and 1 given
yeah.
by Law Remembering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I want to use inspiration on this? No, I'm gonna accept my failure.
Okay. All right. Okay, so yeah, you
My dice are catching up to me. Let's
yeah, your dice
go.
are catching up to you, me. So you like
Oh,
kind of
boy.
browse through the HoloNet, and there's not really like the HoloNet doesn't work the same way it does kind of like the internet today, where you can, it's not like a Google for it, and like you're
Right,
just
Sure.
starting to get annoyed with the amount of just hassle to
Pornography.
take through.
Pornography. Pornography.
That's still standard. But yeah, it doesn't end up working out, and you can't find a map.
Unlucky.
Damn.
Well,
Can we maybe ask is there if we could find like just like a industrial district where there might be warehouses that we could commandeer?
Sure, you can. yeah.
Can we like just like ask a local?
Okay. So yeah, you want to just so this local, just like a random local, just like anyone on
Sure.
the street.
Yeah,
Okay,
just
so
pull someone off the street.
so you just pull like this like random Rodian who just starts speaking in Rodian to you, and just like
Sure.
it's-
I just look at HK.
It
Are
looks
you
a bit
able to-
bewildered as to why they are being pulled aside like this.
HK, are you able to translate here?
Loading vocabulator modules. Yes.
Okay. Can you ask him if there is an industrial district or somewhere with a lot of warehouses?
So you get a call back. It's basically commercial district. Best district for this commercial district is Dome to the farthest east that we have. Take tunnel, and they like kind of like point down to like the take blue tunnel and go all the way through it, and you will reach the commercial district.
Okay. Cool.
HK
It
relays
is funnily
this
enough
information.
where your spaceport is.
Oh, okay. Oh, so we would have walked through it when
Yeah.
we were.
Oh. He also doubles down before letting the Rodian go, potentially just grabbing it as it goes to leave.
Yeah.
And asking where the Defense Forces headquarters are.
So they kind of like look to you and they say, the administrative district, which is the dome in between the commercial district and the residential district where you guys are right now.
okay. So we have to pass it by to get to.
No, because it doesn't work that way. There's a tunnel from the residential district that leads to the utility district, which from there you can take a tunnel up to go to the administrative district or the commercial district.
Ooh.
Because it's
utility
a
district.
lot of in Rhodia, a lot of the like settlements are domes, so you have to
Right,
they tunnel usually through.
Sure.
Okay. Cool.
So where do
Well,
first?
so first things first, we should go find a warehouse to put the munitions in. So let's.
Away we go.
Scene transition.
Yeah. So we
Screen
wipe.
wipe.
We wipe. Yeah, we're not doing a whole walking segment. We're Star Wars. We don't, do walking.
Cool.
So you just,
Star Wars
screen
doesn't
wipe,
walk.
Screen transition to you guys like walking through the commercial district, and like around you, there's like a bunch of like shops and markets and entertainment venues. You're near the spaceport as well, but there are probably some warehouses that can maybe sneak some stuff into.
I'd like to make a perception check to see if there are any that would be delinquently used. Stuff like
yes.
expanded spice canisters, etc.
Sure, go ahead and make me a perception check against 3 difficulty. So 3 purple.
Could I aid HK by? Actually, no. Never. I was gonna say it, but I don't think this would fit here, so it's never mind.
Alrighty.
Great success. So yeah, you kind of like look around a bit, and you can see, as you're walking through the market sector and the entertainment sector, you can very easily kind of tell what, are the, what are the shops that are, legit, or kind of the ones that are a little bit, under the books. And you see spice dealers don't necessarily like kind of just like always stay outside, but you see kind of like some,
Where the users would be.
Yeah, you see a little bit of like where the users would be of the spice, and they're kind of huddled around this like corner of the market sector. So potentially there are some warehouses there where you can hide some shit.
Cool. This seems the most believably criminal.
Good find then, HK. Let's investigate one of these and see if it's free for use right now. So kind of just like I like stalk over toward one and kind of like scope it out and see if there's anybody inside currently.
Besides like random spice people that are kind of just like, getting their fix.
Sure, like okay.
No one's really trafficking through it too all that much.
In we go.
Lead the way.
All right. Now we have to figure out, and I imagine we're inside now. Now we have to figure out what the actual plan is in terms of this fake munitions deal that we're setting up.
We only need to bring Gina here, correct?
Sure. Are we trying to sell the munitions deal the entire way throughout this? Or are we just trying to bring them here and then tell them what we're really up to and get them to help us?
So, point of clarification here. Gina 10 was would be able to direct us to where this data pad is, or that's what Renth told us, right?
Renth told you that they had a friend in the PSF who could help you figure out where the data pad is.
Okay.
Suggestion. As you grow close, offer this bust as a reward for their continued aid.
I think that makes perfect sense.
They get their professional acclaim, and we get our information.
Works for me. Who believes themselves to be particularly convincing? Not Waltz.
Bro,
Take great offense to this, Kiki.
It was meant as offense.
Oh my god.
I'm not particularly convincing, but I'm not unconvincing.
When it comes to imposing my will on people, I do fairly okay.
I should remain with the shipment.
I think I'll stay with HK. So Waltz and Talron, you two want to head up?
Now, the
Getting
question
Jenna
is,
here.
let's get our story straight before I leave anywhere from here. 1, are we bringing you here as an arms deal that we are busting? Or are you guarding arms that will eventually turn into the bust? Meaning, are we planting evidence, or are you the evidence?
I would imagine the crate is the evidence, and then HK and I will make a convenient escape once you arrive.
Done. Story is understood. Waltz, let's move out.
And then we can rendezvous back at the ship since it's close.
Suppose.
The ship is easily accessible from this area, yeah?
Yeah. I mean,
The commercial.
easily is you have to walk a bit, but like
Right, but I mean, as in, like, we don't have
it's
to go
in the
through
same
an entire...
dome.
Yeah, okay. Cool.
Which character should I play today, Kiki?
The one that stays quiet. HK77, do you happen to have a map you could drop of the directions that you were given, so I may take it?
I can do that, yes. Do I have to roll for map generation?
No, because you've walked through like enough of the city to like kind of understand how it is, so you can basically just like tell him.
Cool.
Tell her, sorry.
In which case, the information is conferred.
Thank you, thank you.
Dope.
Well, let us away, Waltz.
Onward and upward. Back to the PS Personal Special Forces. PSF.
Public Security Forces.
Pee your pants.
So you guys, so this is this is
Talron and Waltz.
Talron and Waltz are going, and then the rest of you are kind of like staying.
What's our
back.
couple name? Tults.
Tults.
Talron.
So,
And
HK,
Walt.
you want to...
The
Know any
couple name
jokes?
is Talron and Waltz, but the and Waltz has a much larger pause, so it's Talron and Waltz.
It's written in smaller font.
Exactly.
So you guys like start making your way over to like the the district.
Unless Waltz, do you have anything you want to? Okay, cool.
Yeah, so the administrative district, and like as you get like through the tunnel, you notice like the dome is a little bit smaller than like the rest of the ones you've been to, and there's a lot of like these Rodian kind of military-esque dressed people who are by like this one building that looks kind of what you would expect a a central hub to look like.
Okay. Jenna we were given the specific office, like the specific area they were in by
You
Renth,
were just
right?
told they were there. You
were
didn't.
just
You
told they
weren't
were
given
there.
like a
Okay.
specific
Cool.
like area where they were.
Cool. Cool. Did Renth tell us what job Jenna had?
No, they did not.
Okay. I want to make sure that my notes are accurate from what I actually heard. Cool. Well, Walt, unless you have any ideas, let's head in.
Forward march.
Cool. Yeah, I assume there's like a
Receptionist.
what are we looking at as we kind of walk up to this building? Of the
So like
PSF?
as you're entering, it's very like militaristic building. Some hard edges, stuff like that. There's a lot of people like filing in and out that are wearing various regalia and military uniforms. And as you enter, there's like these double doors and they push open, and there's a bunch of like people kind of like walking around, going from place to place, and there is this like one kind of central desk as you enter where there's like a someone waiting to like take any potential, not customers, that's not the word, but any potential like
There's a receptionist.
yeah, reception. It's basically a receptionist.
Hello.
They kind of look up at you. They're Rodian. So I need you to make me a check.
Oh, we didn't think that part through.
I need you to make me a. This would probably be. This might be a xenology check. I think is probably the closest thing.
That would make sense, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make me a
Difficulty of?
xenology check. Difficulty of 3.
I am using a light side point for this.
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
give yourself an upgrade. To that.
That's the blue dice, yeah.
Yeah. No.
Like
So you
light-
just hit upgrade.
Oh, you hit upgrade 1. Yeah, okay. And then xenology.
Yes.
Oh God, I hope this works.
Ay, ay, ay.
God, I'm using my inspiration.
I was gonna
Okay.
say you saved it from earlier, right? Ay, ay, ay.
Hmm.
So you take a strain because you're like you just like, oh fuck, I don't remember the language, and like I wasn't thinking about it. So they kind of just like look at you and like tilt their head, and you hear just like some more Rodian come out of their mouth.
The use light side was just to move the point over the dark there. Okay. Is there anybody in this area who is non-Rodian?
Make a perception check for me, like 1 difficulty, because there's a bunch of people wandering around. But your dice have not been treating you well, so.
I mean, listen, that's the fun. That's the fun of RPGs.
Oh,
Okay.
So here's what happens because of 3 advantages as well. You spot someone not only who is human and looks like they speak common, but also are wearing Empire regalia.
Okay. I'm gonna walk over to them. How strange! A reception desk doesn't speak it only speaks 1 language. Gonna grab this person, or excuse me.
So it's like this kind of middle-aged woman who has like this officer's uniform of like just like regular Imperial Navy, and they're like, oh,
just a point of clarification. I don't have any Imperial insignia visible, and I am wearing the clothes I'm wearing are very utilitarian. There's no outward appearance that I am Empire.
Yeah, so they're just like, yes, can I help you?
I need to find some information on. I need to talk to the person at the desk, but I'm afraid I don't speak the language. Do you know anything that could help me?
What information are you looking for?
Well, I just need to know if we can find a way to talk to them.
Are you trying to like convince her to do it, or are you like?
Yes.
Okay, so you're gonna have to make a check for this.
As she sighs, Wallace has been very quiet.
Yeah.
He's been told to be silent. He's playing the role of a mime. But as he hears the sigh, he tries to lock eyes with this woman, and I'm going to use influence to try to make her trust Talrin. Like, the utmost trust.
Go ahead and make me a force die roll.
You remind me?
Just the one,
Just the center dice?
The 1 white dice in the center, yeah. Make sure to hit the retweet first.
Okay. Retweet. Center dice, click away, roll.
So I think this.
That's good for us, isn't it?
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. So you can influence her if you'd like.
I want her to trust.
How does it kind of like work? Because you're using the Force, I assume, to do this.
Sure. Yeah. Waltz is playing his part. He was told to be quiet. He was not supposed to act, even though he got us here in the first place and fixed the elevator. Arms crossed, petty as a very petty person, and is just like willing the ethereal force to make this woman have a brief hint of burning electrical toast smell, and she suddenly is enthralled with and fully trusts anything that Talrin says. Trust, keyword. That's the.
So she's gonna like look Talrin up and down, and then like she kind of like her face changes a bit, and she's like, well, I guess I have time to help someone out who's in need. Come on, let's go talk to them.
All right, I will shuffle over to the reception desk.
They shuffle over, and then the receptionist like looks at you, and then looks at her, and then again speaks in Rodian. They're asking what you'd like.
I mean, I saw a skirmish outside in the commercial district, and I was told to come and ask for a Genatan.
Make a deception check for me.
All right. Difficulty of?
Difficulty of 2. You're playing it well enough. I think that it's.
Don't be afraid to use one of our 7 light side points if you feel you need it.
Do not fumble the bag.
Yeah, my dice rolls are so bad. I'm going to do it.
Okay. So go ahead and flip me a dark side point or light side point.
Upgrade 1.
All right,
and then deception.
And then deception.
Oh. How does this happen?
So I just want to clarify. I want to say something real quick. At the start of the show, I told Kenobi my dice are cursed. I have proof.
I mean, you have 4 advantages. So let's see. Hold on, I need to make sure that
Oh my god.
This is really bad for you, though. I'm not gonna lie.
That also, one roll was like the entire centerpiece of the plan.
My highest rank is in deception. I'm good at this.
I mean,
no, you ain't.
Apparently not good enough.
Not currently according to the dice.
Oh
no.
An inspiration.
So here's what's gonna happen. In this scenario, so like you're talking, so the Empire lady is going to talk back to the Rodian, and they're gonna be like, well, they say that they can't really send anyone at this moment. They need a little bit more harder evidence than there's been a scuffle. Scuffles aren't something that they necessarily send people out for.
I don't need you to send. I just need to speak to him.
Well, that's different than sending, a person. You can go speak to them for sure, but you can't like send out a crew, as you were asking before.
Sure, I'll take that. I was told to talk to this person.
So she's gonna talk in Rodian, and she's gonna be like, and she's gonna, the Rodian's gonna talk back, and then she's gonna look to you. The Empire officer is gonna be like, you can talk with her very briefly, but she is very busy at the current moment, and you have maybe 1 or 2 questions you can ask her before.
Quick aside, were we given this information by Renth?
What information?
That she was busy?
Because I've been calling Geneton him. Because that's what I heard at the start.
Oh, I don't know if I ever gave them
So that's okay, that's on me. Perfect. Yeah. Okay, cool. Excellent. That's good to know.
Yeah, they're just.
Did that dog just start the microwave?
No, that was my AC turning on.
AC.
Dude, I wish my dog could.
We're gonna warm up that blue milk.
Yeah.
that was an out of game question. All right, perfect. Thank you.
Funny, you have another inspiration thanks to Beepchu.
Oh, bless.
Everyone in the chat just needs to dump their inspirations to lafon with the awful rolls.
Help a brother out. But yeah, so she the receptionist stands up, and then they like talks a little bit, and then says she'll take you to them, but again, very brief conversation. Understood?
That's all I need.
All right, and then follow her. And then she kind of like starts walking.
Did I sense? By the way, did I sense Waltz using the Force?
Make a Force check yourself.
Which is
just
how?
one of the
just
one of the
one
dice.
Die?
Yeah.
Retweet.
You did not.
Okay. Cool.
No one's gonna believe that Waltz actually did something useful.
So you guys are like walking behind this Rodian receptionist towards like this office somewhere in the area, or in this like hub of the personal security force, public security force. I'm
gonna. The Empire lady's still coming with us, right?
No, she's not.
No. Okay. Cool. So I'm just following then a little bit. I'll shuffle a little. Like demeanor is still shuffling. Like there's no element of that confident stroll that Talron normally has. And just beside Waltz as we head forward.
Okay. So you guys are like, shuffling forward, then the Rodian like stops at a door and then like says some stuff in Rodian but motions towards the door.
I'll look quickly towards Waltz and then I'll head towards the door.
So you open the door, and sitting behind the desk is this human, and they kind of like look up, and they're just like, They say, "Oh, how can I help you?"
I'm
I'm very busy at the moment.
Is the receptionist still? Is she outside the room?
Yeah, she's like outside, kind of just like waiting. The door's closed though.
Okay. With that in mind, I'm going to straighten up. Lose that element of subservience. Geniton, I presume.
They like narrow their eyes and they're like, "Who's asking?"
I have a suggestion and perhaps an opportunity for you. There's an element of riffraff that can be discovered, some element that could perhaps improve your station in terms of progression. All I need in exchange is for you to believe the statement I'm about to say, at least outwardly facing, come deal with it, and then we can discuss things away from here.
They like lean back in their chair and they're like, "That's quite the proposition, but why should I believe you?"
Put this way, there is a individual by the name of Renth. I'm told you're familiar.
Their eyes kind of like narrow a bit. I am.
Then you know that any discussion involving their name should not be done in these walls.
They like look around a bit. Go ahead and make me a persuasion check.
Cool. Difficulty of?
Difficulty of or coercion.
Doesn't matter, it's lafon.
Coercion check of 3 difficulty, and I'm gonna be an asshole and use a dark side point. So, go ahead and upgrade the difficulty.
I'm gonna counter that and use a light side point.
All right. Okay. So we just cancel each other out.
Sorry, team. I'm burning through these.
Well, so my
useful.
question is, does that upgrade both sides of the check?
Yes, it does.
Or did they just
They
cancel?
just
Okay,
both
so
upgrade.
Oh, so it's one upgrade.
Good
each
luck,
side.
Yeah, so
gamer.
it's 1 upgrade each side.
And it's coercion, you said?
Yes.
Ooh, do I actually? I might have something for that.
I might have something for that. Yes, it's called a lightsaber.
Oh man.
I'm just waiting for like the double upgraded check to roll a triumph and a despair. We've had like very few outside of the time I rolled double triumph. We've
I mean,
actually
you
had very
literally
few triumphs.
circumvented an entire combat with that.
It was a
Coercion,
great
right?
time for 2 triumphs. Don't get me wrong.
Coercion, right?
Yes, coercion. So with 1 upgrade for difficulty, 1 upgrade for. You have an inspiration from Beepichu.
Fuck it, I'm using it.
You gotta.
Oh man, this is.
I believe.
I want to press this button.
This fucking roguelike run is. Oh, fucking hell.
You got a triumph though.
Got a triumph. So. So here's what's gonna happen. They're gonna look at you. Take a strain first off for the disadvantage, because you're you know being all tough, but it's a little bit hard for you to kind of like get through it. They look at you and then they say, "This is about the data card, isn't it?"
Son of a bitch.
And I was told you were smart. The conversation that needs to happen away from prying ears.
Listen to me. I cannot leave this building without potentially having any political or, Rodian blowback on me. If you haven't realized, everyone around here, besides me mostly, is Rodian. I am alien to these people, and they're not really happy with humans a lot of the
There
time.
is a smuggled cache of weapons on this world that happen to be of very high Imperial merit.
I could care less.
If you salvage those weapons, surely something can be gained from that.
If you here's what I'll say. If you want the data card, I don't have it. I know where it's going.
That'll have to be good enough.
Okay. The data card is being transported not from here. It's in the swamplands. There's a caravan that's taking, a rebel caravan that is guarding this transfer of cargo, going through the swamplands outside of the city, and that's the best way to get it.
ETA and number of people guarding it?
I have no idea.
One last question. Renth himself, anything I should know?
He probably did it.
You're just an absolute font of wisdom. And I will turn on my heel as I walk to the door, fall back into that shuffle, open it, and walk out.
Okay. What is Waltz? Waltz has just been silent this entire time?
Pretty much. Playing his part. Kind of smirks and follows suit. Just walks out.
It's like, you're terrible at this.
Oh! I forgot to mention. This was me fucking up. She said it's already en route to the convoy.
Okay.
Question.
Yes.
This could sound incredibly stupid. Okay? I need to preface this, okay? Is there a way to telecommunicate with the Force?
You want to like signal to us or something?
I want to speak directly to you.
I think we just have communicators.
You have communicators, yes.
Oh. Okay, but like for a friend.
You
though.
no, you not yet. Anyways, that's a very very difficult.
All of his telepathy, bitch don't know iPhones exist.
Yeah, that's a
Also,
very
isn't like
difficult-
telepathy like ridiculously hard?
Yeah, it's very hard to do.
Yeah, like long range
Yeah.
it's
super
pretty
What if
high.
I tried?
Falls down
What
in
would
a puddle
happen if
with,
I
like,
tried?
Okay, you want to
just fall over.
try? You want to?
Walt's gonna cook his own brain.
Okay. What's your force rating?
It is a staggeringly high. 3?
3 is pretty good.
Okay.
You that
Well,
one.
so here's what
Don't
you're
you-
gonna
not
do.
terrible.
Here's what you're gonna do.
I
You're
have
gonna
one is
roll-
committed. To be fair, I had to commit one to use the
Oh
power,
yes, you did.
right?
Okay.
Okay.
So roll me.
Isn't that done now though?
Yeah,
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 you
it's
can
done. It's
uncommit
done.
it
You
now.
So
can
I-
once it's it's
Yeah, you can
committing
go
like
back.
so. Roll me 3 greens against 6 purples.
Never tell him the odds.
Oh wait, let me.
Let's just
read
be
through
happy
fast.
I'm not rolling it. The game would like end.
I'm just glad there's no reds in there. I was waiting for that to be like 5 reds or something. And
No way!
No,
No, that's not right. That's not
You
right.
didn't do
How's
it
that?
right.
Oh no, I didn't click it off.
He literally didn't put the purple in.
Oh, yeah, I
so
didn't see that.
it
Okay.
literally is no way.
I would have
so
argued.
easy.
I would
Actually,
have.
no way though.
Yeah. Okay. You can't-
He almost
you
did.
did almost do it. It was close.
Five
Five
strain?
reds.
I mean, suffer 5 strain because you're trying to
Question.
do something that's like.
Can I be inspirationed?
I don't think you have one,
You,
do you?
you have one, right, from the lore?
Yeah, I have one
member?
from lore.
Oh, you do have one from.
Okay.
I'm not sure. It's on any roll. That's a rule I made.
No! No! Stop! Get out of here!
Oh
I quit.
my
I
god.
quit. How do I had double inspiration, 2 upgrades, 2 force die. That's something I'm good at. He gets the hardest one.
Wow.
No
That's
fucking way that just
incredible
happened.
that you.
No fucking way.
He's
Um,
the chosen moron.
Okay, so Waltz. Waltz, describe to me. First off, take 3 strain because yeah.
Okay.
But
Bad signal.
describe to me how you would through the Force get a message to Kial.
So knowing out of character, knowing that like I'm not probably supposed to be able to do this,
No,
but
this is-
you know, tampering with the powers that be.
This is a fluke.
This is a absolute shot in the dark, spaghetti at the wall, and somehow we found meatballs. Okay. I you know, as we walk, I listen to, you know, the footsteps of those ahead of me, and I try to follow suit, but I enter my mind palace, right? And I reach out into the ether and to the forces that be, and I try to locate some signature that seems familiar. But in doing so, I'm so incredibly strained that I can only describe in visual form to Kial what information we have concluded. So in their mind, somehow amidst the spice people, there's Baby and Posh and Scary, somehow Waltz walks in as a fizzy, toast smelling, electrified masquerade of a man, and is painting with the Force what looks to be some kind of swamp, and is like gesturing towards it, and like
I'll just like blinks and like rubs his eyes and like double check.
And it's just like it's all in your
don't
mind
think I've been
palace,
getting
and
enough
then like
sleep.
it's there for like 5 seconds. You see like these swamplands. You see Waltz is like kind of painting the picture of it, and then it's just kind of like gone. Like you see, it feels like you just had a stroke. Like you don't know like what's going on.
I need to get more sleep on the flight next time.
Yeah, but like you the other thing is you don't know that Kial has seen it. That's like the other part of this. It's like you don't. It's not like a thing where it's like message where like the other person the other person's heard it.
Yeah.
It's like you just like you sent it out there, and Kial has heard the message, but
Kial would probably like HK has walked off somewhere to go get who knows what. Kial is literally 100% alone, and at this point is like nervous. He's like gonna have a breakdown or something. So he just like combs over the building once over the next like 10 minutes, and then when he doesn't find anything, he just like gets on his communicator. How are things going?
Successfully.
Is it a general communicator, or is
yeah.
it one, like,
Well, I
specific
mean, you guys
channel?
are like tapped into a frequency. Like
yeah, I imagine
with
it's
each
just
other.
on our channel.
Yeah. Like
So
an
I'm gonna
encrypted channel.
relay. I'm gonna relay the information over the communicator.
Yeah. So you relay it, and it's pretty close to what Waltz has painted for you in your mind.
Kial just
Wait, how does
looks
the strain?
around.
How does the strain affect Waltz? By the way, Like,
I
what does
mean,
it
you
look
see him
like?
kind of like it's like he has to kind of like, it's like he's sweating, right? He's like sweating, like he just
I
had some like
pissed my
really
pants.
really hot chili peppers. Like he's
Okay.
like
So it adds to the whole like of our you know.
he had
Vagabond
to
look.
he had to exert himself. Also
Y'all
because of this,
does not
um,
mention that
because of the
weird
three, because there's
stroke
3
he
of
had.
these. Not only do you take 3 strain, but I'm also gonna have you for the next 5 rolls you make. You're adding a disadvantage to them.
Okay,
A black, so one of the black dice.
sure.
Is that because it was a 3 strain all
Oh,
at once,
setback,
or
okay.
It's because or a setback, yeah. No, it's because it's 3 strain all at once, and it's
Because
like,
I cheated.
you didn't cheat. You rolled. I mean, but yeah, eventually,
Trisley,
you
our
guys
timeline
probably
is
get
short.
back. Yeah.
Mm.
Ridiculous.
Oh
Trisley,
man,
our
I
timeline is short.
love tabletop RPG games, man. Oh,
Of all the roles to
Yeah.
succeed today.
that's perfect.
Sorry.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, HK.
Trisley, the time is short. Take the weapons, barter for a vehicle. We shall meet you in the district where we were.
I'm not sure I should just sell Imperial weapons to get a vehicle. I'm sure we have enough funds to
Steal
buy
a vehicle, then.
We have enough to just rent.
Huh?
I'll meet you with a speeder.
The means do not matter. The result does.
I am gonna take the munitions and like hide them in a corner of the warehouse under like
Okay.
tarps that I assume are
Yeah,
like
it's not that difficult. Like no one's.
I am gonna try and hide them and hopefully come back for them later because
Okay.
I imagine the less equipment we lose on this, the better. And then I'll go out and I'll find some place where I can rent a speeder. I imagine.
Okay. What kind of speed are you renting? Like a, because I mean, is it one for all of you, or is it like 4 different ones?
I imagine it would be one speeder for all 4
Like a
of us.
transport? Not like a transport, but like
Kind of like, I imagine it's something like what you see in New Hope, right? Where it's like one seat, like speeder, but it's got like 4 seats. right?
Okay. So you're just getting like the car from Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah,
Got it.
yeah,
Okay.
sure.
All right, so let's see. I think a APC hover knot is probably what you want. I'll put it in the. Yeah, it's probably one of these, but so you want to try and barter for one, or try and rent one?
Yeah.
You want okay, so
using whatever Imperial funds we have access to.
yeah, I mean you have basically infinite money, so so you kind of like come up to some like stand and the guy's like, oh, hey there, cowboy, what you boy looking for?
I need a speeder immediately. It needs to sit 4 people. It needs to be fast.
Oh, you need that speeder? I got you a speeder right here. Gonna cost you 1,000 credits though to rent it, and I'm gonna need a down payment on it.
Well, from what I know, is this guy trying to rip us off? From what I know of, actually, it doesn't matter.
I was gonna say
I actually say to him, "I'll pay 1,500 if you give me a better speeder."
Woo-wee! I love that deal. I'll take
whatever
that
you
deal.
are about to offer me your best.
2,000 credits for the rent.
Fine. It's not my money anyways.
All right, we got a deal, partner. Go over to that.
If this breaks in transit, I will come back here and kill you.
Oh, don't worry about it. We're totally fine over here. Don't even think about it. We got
The
you.
ensign back on the ship has like seen this. It's like, what the fuck?
Why are they spending 2,000 credits on this?
Speeder rental.
So he like tosses you
Money's
keys,
no object
like
to Kiel.
metaphorical keys basically to it. And it's
Sure.
like, well, I mean there are keys still. So
It's like an access
yeah,
fob, I imagine.
yeah. So they basically tell you that the speeder's gonna be over in the spaceport zone, docking bay. I think it was 24 that I had.
Okay, weird that I'm buying the speeder here. Sure, I'll go get it.
Well, you think I could just keep the speeder right here next to me?
I thought you could call it to us, but I guess not.
I just go do your thing. I can't.
If you are ripping me off, I will kill you.
I'm
And then I
not.
walk off.
I've never ripped off anyone in my life.
That can't be right.
Status update.
I have a speeder. I'm en route to you. And I imagine we would swing by and kind of like pick up the other two
Yeah, kind
as
of get
well.
everyone. Yeah.
Yeah.
As you swing up,
Mm-hmm.
Walt has a shit-eating grin.
Kiel does not make eye contact. Not in the slightest. Does not even look his direction. Get in.
And thus they pile in.
Okay, so you pile into the speeder, and you were told that it was. So the exit to the city is like towards the east, and it's like kind of just swamplands after that. So I imagine you guys just start driving that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once we're all 4 en route, I will give in as excruciating detail all the information I was attended to. So
okay,
Cool.
So as you guys like head out to the swamplands, you notice that this is like there's a lot of like rolling hills and like marshes and stuff where it's like kind of hard to traverse if you don't know like the right way to go through stuff. But as you like are like driving and moving forward, in the distance you see some like rolling like sand or dirt rather that's like relatively getting closer and closer to you guys.
Like a boulder?
Like rolling, like you know how if you look in the distance and like something's coming toward you, you can kind of see the sand kick up a little bit.
Okay.
was it
Gotcha.
the swamp area?
Yeah,
Swamplands, yeah.
You're in swamplands, but like I mean, there's still dirt and mud.
Sure.
Gotcha.
It's the reason I'm asking is more like the visibility, because if it's like dry dust, then obviously seeing anything would be impossible.
Yeah,
But if it's
Wet
more
dust.
wet, like it's not gonna.
yeah.
There'll be a little bit more
Moist dust.
visibility. So I'm wondering what I'm kind of working with. That's all.
Yeah.
Keeping an eye out. What does it look like is approaching?
It's essentially like I imagine some of you have binoculars too. Like I would imagine that's a thing. Not
Robo eyes.
Robo.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean that would make
Let's do
sense.
robots. So as it's like you're kind of like,
Or you
let
could
Ace
choose
get
his
it.
sniper scope,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is
sniper scope.
Yeah, there you go.
You see that there is a There is a convoy of about 3 different like rebel kind of like hovercrafts coming your way, and they're escorted by a couple speeder bikes.
Oof. How do we want to do this?
How much time before they make contact with us?
Based on how far you're looking through the scope, you've got probably like 5-10 min before they reach the location you're at, like currently.
Yeah,
Cool.
gotcha.
Could always joust.
Yeah, I'm trying to like think because we're.
We could the vehicle could have a breakdown, and we put it in the middle of this area, and then they have to stop or drive over it, and cause an accident.
I suppose so. We could try that.
Is there any high ground nearby?
Quite a bit actually, because there are hills like everywhere.
Oh, excellent.
Waltz, you want to fake like
There's
your
also,
speeder
like,
broke down,
marshes
and the
and
rest
stuff
of
that
us
you can,
will
like,
go
hide
out and
behind.
prepare an ambush?
I could do that.
What's that, GM? Sorry.
Yeah, there's like there's like even rivers and stuff, like not rivers but like wetlands.
Sure,
that you
sure.
can kinda, like
Right.
go into.
I can take a position on a hill, provide oversight.
Time is of the essence. We don't have a plan B. Let's get it done.
We need to figure. Hold on. Are we going to lightsabers out, or are we using blasters?
HK, toss me your tapestry.
My
Huh?
what?
Your
poncho.
cloak. Give me your poncho.
Okay, he offers over the ponchos.
Toss the tapestry.
Wells takes out his pike and holds it like angled side down, if that makes sense, like bladed side
Sure.
down, and like puts the drape over him and like huddles like a crone, like some sort of like
Sure.
crotchety man.
And the rest of you just kind of like jump out of the speeder
Yeah.
and go find your. Okay, so what are your positions then?
I assume so. Just to get a lay of the land. I assume it's like a roadway that they're kind of traveling along.
It's not really a roadway, but there's like not a man-made roadway, but there is a visible like way.
Right. So the reason I'm asking is like if we lay the speeder at an angle across this way, it will
It's gonna
block
be
them, so they have to
It's
stop.
gonna be very hard
Cool.
for them to get through without
Cool,
going
cool.
through like wetlands.
That's. I want to make sure that they're not going to
Perfect.
just like go around us and be like, there's no point in stopping because there's nothing blocking our way.
You're good.
HK is finding a long-range hill
Okay.
so that he can engage from long range with a disruptor rifle.
Yeah, so
So
I mean,
I-
yeah, you
say
can
blasters,
probably find
no
like a
lightsabers.
hill.
Lightsabers last resort.
Lightsabers last resort. Gotcha. Kiel's gonna post up behind like a tree at medium range then.
Okay. There's not really a tree. It's
Is
like
there?
tall grass.
Okay, tall. Is there like a rock, like a big
yeah,
boulder
yeah,
or
there's,
something?
like, probably a couple.
I'll post up behind the nearby boulder then.
You said there's hills nearby, yeah?
Yes.
Is there any on top of the hills? Are there any boulders that are perhaps, or like rock formations that are on the hills that could possibly be dislodged?
Make a perception check.
Will do.
3 difficulty.
At this point, like the difficulty doesn't matter.
Difficulty irrelevant. Failure certain.
Oh, okay.
Wait.
Hey, there we
Yeah,
go.
Oh, okay.
you do find a hill that's, kind of adjacent to where the road, quote unquote, would be.
Right.
There are some rocks on top of that. The strength of the rock you don't know, but they look pretty big from where you are.
Okay. If and I'm setting this up beforehand, if things go south, I would like to use the Force, specifically under my combat, where is it? Unleash.
Mm-hmm.
To effect on the rock to kind of push it down the hill.
Okay.
If things start to go,
You'd be pulling it
Really
down
bad.
the hill, essentially, because I don't think you're not really. It's not really. It's more of like away from you, so you have. I mean, it's the same thing. I'm just nitpicking, but
yeah, sure.
yeah.
I'd like to affect the Force on the rock to move it down the
Yes,
hill
yes,
to
yes,
cause
yes.
damage.
Also, quick question.
Mhm.
I imagine that stat-wise, like the rifle that Kiel pulled is just like a standard blaster.
It's like
carbine.
a standard blaster
Okay,
rifle.
cool.
Yeah.
And I did mention that I had a blaster pistol.
Yeah,
at the
you have a
top.
small blaster pistol. Yep.
But that's what I'm trying to do as they set up for the.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. So, as I dropped something that I was holding, eventually, like so you guys are all set up in your like areas. HK, as you're like kind of like looking through your scrub as they come forward. Go ahead and make a perception check for me with average difficulty. So that's 3 purple.
3 purple. What's my perception? 2 yellow. Bam. Wait, that's not correct. That's also bad.
Yeah. So you don't know the exact numbers of rebels, but this is more rebels than you've fought before by a significant
So more than 2 squads.
By a significant amount.
Okay.
Advisory. Your lightsabers may be necessary. I will
Understood.
fire on your command. It is important we give a drop.
Can I leave?
Waltz, you give the signal. I use the communicator.
Yeah.
Can I leave the communicator on? Can I just like leave it on like speakerphone?
Yeah. Where it's like transmitting,
Okay.
but yeah.
Yeah. I just flick it on and I just leave it on.
Okay. So as you're like, as eventually the convoy does manage to get there, you can like see it like start to slow down, and the ship in the front is like, the driver kind of gets out of the window at the side, like like a trucker, and it's just like, hey, you're blocking the way.
I'm sorry.
Well, can you move it?
Question.
This is my favorite part of this is when you just said question.
Question. Within regards to force powers, is it based on a resource that I have expended, or does it is it always available?
It's always it's always available to you. Like,
Unless you commit force die
Yeah,
and
unless
have
you,
them
like,
committed, then
commit
you're
them
good.
during a combat or during like an encounter.
And the commitment cost would be equivalent.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's depending on the power you're going to use.
Is there something in the sheet that would tell me?
It's usually, I think, 1.
Yeah, it's usually 1.
Okay, it's just one.
Unless
Okay.
it's like a super
Unless
power.
it's like a big, like, yeah, big
Yeah.
power.
Awesome. Love that. Love that for me. Can I see the gentleman sticking his head out the window?
Yeah. He's just like
Okay.
a regular kind of standard rebel. Not really anything too interesting about him.
In my best coercive speech,
How coercive are you feeling right now?
I'd like to use my influence powers to control him to make a influence power check as a part of my dice pool. And spend force dice to gain success or advantage on the check.
Okay, so go ahead and roll me your force die. Just one
Okay.
force die.
Force die, click off, roll.
So you can get either, what was it, 1 advantage or 1 what?
I think.
It'd be like a
success,
water boost
right?
die.
Yeah, like a boost die or an advantage.
Yeah, the force user may make an opposed discipline versus discipline check. When making a coercion, charm, deception, leadership, or negotiation check, the force user may roll influence power check as a part of his or her dice pool. You may spend force dice to gain success or advantage. User's choice on the check.
Oh, okay, I misread that. So, okay, we'll keep this dice roll but go ahead and roll me your coercion check against average difficulty. So 3 purple.
So 3 purple
Yes.
and coercion. Where is coercion? There it is. Rolling.
That's perfect. because
So now you can
add
use
the
the force
success.
die to add a success, which would succeed the check.
Sonny, could you help me with my speeder? I'm so sweaty and strained. I am just incapable.
Okay, so so take a strain first, because of using this.
And I should be committing 1 force rate die.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Well, no. I mean, you commit it and then.
Because I want it to last for a little bit.
Yeah. So
I'm like-
commit it for now. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll look at that later. I'm not sure exactly how that works.
Sure.
But the guy kind of sighs and he taps the side or hits the side of the transport, and the transport door is open. There's hey, get out here and help this old woman with her speeder. We gotta get moving. And you can see, like, HK, go ahead and make me a perception check. Actually, all 3 of you that aren't... Actually, all 4 of you making perception checks against easy difficulty, so that's 2 purples.
Perception.
It's one of those days, dude.
It's... Oh, good lord.
Okay.
Okay, so
Kial
it was a group check. So since Kial and Tolerant bailed you out, you all see that this is about 15, or no, this is 10 rather. 10 rebels, like kind of just like file out of the transport.
Just the first transport.
Just the first one.
How many transports were there?
There are 3.
Oh boy.
And then a couple of speeder
That's
bikes.
a lot of rebels.
Alongside. So they like file out, and then a couple of them like just start, you know, looking around, annoyed that they had to stop, and the other ones start to come over towards Waltz.
Okay, question. Setting the scene for me,
Yeah.
right? How much obscuring terrain is there between where I'm potentially standing and the middle transport?
Quite a bit.
Like, is it feasible that I could sneak up to it?
With a roll, you would have to, like a stealth roll. You could.
Well,
sneak up.
right. How
could-
difficult do I think that would be?
I mean, you'd be going out into the open a little bit, into like a road. It's possible. It's
Okay. Kial is going to attempt to slowly start scaling kind of in the brush
yeah.
toward the middle
You're
transport.
gonna Assassin's Creed. Right?
Before I do that,
Okay.
I'm gonna commit a force die to my one what is it called? Where is the force powers? Is skills? No.
Skills.
It's usually under combat, I think.
Combat.
Yes,
Combat.
combat and
Gotcha.
scroll down. Yeah.
Force powers. Yes, I'm gonna use my control agility, and I'm gonna commit my only force die
Okay.
to increase my agility characteristic by 1.
Okay. So that would be adding another
Yeah. I
Point
just
to
add.
agility.
I just add basically a
a
green to my agility
okay.
check.
Okay. So you want to make a stealth check?
Yes.
This is a hard
HK
one.
prepares to take a shot if Kial is discovered because he's
And-
like, oh,
all
this
right,
fucking
okay.
moron.
I also would like to highlight. I did mention if something goes wrong,
Yeah.
that's when I would
Yes.
activate Unleash. So
Okay.
that's also there.
Kial, go ahead and make me a hard check.
Cool. So that's 4 purple.
That's 4 purple.
I am gonna upgrade as well with one of our light sides.
Okay.
No.
4 purple.
4
against
purple against your stealth plus
my
a green.
stealth. Oh boy. Yeah. I just ticked my agility up by 1 for now, and I'll take it
Okay.
back down later. Okay,
That's
here we
easy,
go.
probably.
All right.
All right. So you take the 3 strain because you're like
Sure.
really trying to be stealthy, and like you are really like, you know, attempting to
I imagine one of them like looks right at me at one
Yeah,
point.
yeah,
and I just,
yeah.
like,
One of them,
dodge
like-
behind,
yeah,
like,
one of them,
like
like-
I like drop down.
one of them like is like just quickly turns, and you just like, you know, go down onto onto the ground, and
Must have
like
been the wind.
beyond like a small hill, and they're just like, oh, I guess that was just my imagination, you know, classic
Must have been the wind.
classic NPC.
Exactly.
But you
Skyrim
make
cards.
it. You make it to the middle transport. Now, what do you do?
I'm just trying to like stay. I didn't want to like go like right up to the middle transport.
Okay.
I wanted to be as close as physically possible within like still being stealth, just so that like if something goes wrong, I can like dart onto the transport.
You're
or
probably
do
at
something
short
with it.
range, I would say right now.
Okay,
You're not
cool.
engaged. You're in
That is
short
perfect
range.
for me. I'm just chilling for a second.
Okay, so the rebels are still walking towards Waltz. What is Waltz doing at the current moment as the rebels are walking over?
As they're stepping up, I'd like to give a quick glance over for any kind of insignias, any denotion of who I really should be speaking to.
They're just standard rebels.
Which of them is tallest?
I mean, there's one that's taller than the other ones.
Give him a name. Give them a name.
Jin.
Jin. Okay.
Mrs. Ursa, you're quite tall.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, I was
Yeah,
thinking
I get.
Jin.
So again, assuming the position of helpless elderly woman stranded in the swamplands. Sir, could you help me?
Oh, of course. What do you need? We need to fix your speeder, though.
Correct. Could one of you check under the hood for any malpractice? I just had it at the shop.
Well, of course we'll check. I mean, that's what we're trying to help with.
Thank you so much. Oh, this is a wonderful day. I'm sorry I'm so sweaty and obnoxious.
So one of them is going to go over to the hood and check it.
No shame.
The other ones are going to kind of like walk around the... I mean, you've already coursed them with the charm, so you're like... But yeah, they're going to kind of like walk around the speeder and like try and find something wrong with it.
Is there anything wrong with it?
No, ma'am, it actually looks totally fine. Are you sure this was... What's Waltz's next move? Because this is very important.
In the most... I don't care if I have to roll another force die. In the most charming way. I'd like to continue and maybe even double down on the charmery.
You are the worst ambusher in history.
I would like them to signal for help. Maybe there's an engineer on one of the other transports that could be of use.
Go ahead and roll me a force die. Oh, no, okay, no, so here's what we're going to do.
Huh?
I need you to roll me your charm against a hard difficulty.
4?
Plus an upgrade. Because I'm using a dark side. And also roll a force die alongside it.
Force die.
May I suggest using a destiny point?
I mean, he's using one, so I mean, sure, I guess I'll use one. Why
So
not?
you can
I'll
use one and
upgrade
just
mine.
upgrade it. So you can upgrade your own side, but yeah, it's against
Yeah, I mean, it's
4.
upgrading both, right?
No, we just upgrade. So yeah, it's upgrading one on the difficulty
Yep.
and one on your side. So it's 1 on upgrades.
So 1 upgrade on mine,
One
a
upgrade
force
on-
die,
yeah.
4 purples, and an upgrade on your side
Yes.
versus my charm.
Yes.
Okay.
Make sure to click off and all that. good stuff.
Yeah. That's right.
Holy hell.
I mean, you can add like. So
Please help an elderly woman.
the
Won't you
like
please?
Jin is just gonna sigh and they're gonna be like, okay, fine, we'll go and we'll get an engineer. You two stay here. I'll go grab them. And they just like start walking away with another person.
Okay, I'll wait.
Okay, so
Lovely weather.
The longer this goes on, the more nervous
so
everyone gets.
eventually they come back with an engineer, and the engineer like looks like is it's like what's going on, ma'am? What seems to be the problem?
My speeder that I just rented. I am so terribly sorry to keep you beautiful resistance fighters so preoccupied with a woman's helpless speeder problems. I just, could you give it a once over?
Sure. I mean, I heard from Jin that there was nothing wrong with it, but I'll look it over.
At this point, what kind of transports are the rebels using? Like, are they like open top or?
No, they're closed. They're like the closed ones, but like when they open from like the side, like they have the butterfly doors.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
Do they have visible engines?
Go ahead and make me a knowledge. This would be.
Piloting?
Mechanics check maybe.
Piloting
planetary?
planetary. Yes. Yeah. Go ahead and make me a check against 3 difficulty.
Piloting planetary, bam. Ooh, oh
Nice.
shit. Didn't
Oh,
fucking
you didn't
roll
roll
with
the
the
Oh, you
thing.
didn't roll the.
success nor
do you have an
failure.
inspiration?
Wait, it didn't give me the fucking upgrade. Oh man, I fucking hate this dice. Right.
Oh, unlucky.
1 second. There we go.
There we go.
3
Purples.
against 3.
Yeah.
Right. Please work. There we
There
go.
we go.
Oh my god.
Nailed
Okay.
it. God roll. Yeah,
So
let's
not
go.
only HK, do you know where not only do you know where the engines are, you know exactly the right place to shoot that is a weak point that would blow the engine.
Excellent.
God.
And if you're going to shoot at it, I will give you 2 boost die.
Oh.
Solid.
Well, I'm waiting for the moron.
Yeah,
Don't worry. Don't worry.
Y'all is like debating, just like charging up and slashing at the speed, but is not doing it yet.
So okay, so
Is-
I mean,
is he looking
yeah,
over?
he's looking over. He's like, "Ma'am, I just don't see anything wrong with it. It looks totally fine. I'm kind of shocked actually that you managed to find a vehicle in this good a condition."
I'm so
That's that 2,000
terribly.
credits, baby.
I must speak to the person in town who I rented this from. I'm gonna have to ask you one small favor for this poor sweaty old woman. Could you help me move this to the opposite side of the road so that you fine young resistance fighters can continue on your merry quest?
Sure. If you just hand me the note, I can. You know, it looks like it's drivable, so just I can just drive it up.
There's no driving this. I've tried up and down. That's why I flagged you, fine gentlemen, to help me suss out any kind of issues.
You're trying to hitch.
I just need the speeder moved out of the way so you gentlemen can continue on your way. If you could help me, I don't know how much help I'll be. And Waltz kind of sets down the stick that they haven't noticed.
Okay.
And like is like putting like trying to like keep himself disguised and trying to push it.
Oh, ma'am, it's okay. Don't.
Oh, thank you so
Don't
much.
worry about it. He's like, I'm just fucking. And he just like, he.
How many of them are pushing this?
There's 5 people pushing it.
Beautiful. I pick up my lightsaber pike and I keep it blade side down.
Okay.
And I say the following. Oh, you guys are such peaches. I don't know why the Empire finds you detestable. You guys are my... And leans into the wristwatchy thing.
Yeah.
And says, saviors.
Oh! I
Nice.
flip a light side point, and I'm gonna try and hit the last transport in the column in the weak spot.
Okay.
And at that same
As
time,
that-
Kiala's gonna take his.
you have an inspiration from
you have
Brixie.
inspiration.
You have an
Yeah.
inspiration
One more
from
time.
Brixie.
One time for the one
Let's
time.
go. Oh wait, I put a downgrade there instead of an upgrade. Might be. Explains that. That's
Okay.
better.
Yeah. There we
As
go.
that comes in, Unleash is going to go ideally. Where did you say the rocks were in line with which transport?
Second transport.
I'm going for that as well.
Well, and Kial is like charging forward, double-bladed saber out, and just slashes through the front of the transport, trying to like disable it.
Transport 1 or transport 2?
2, middle transport.
Okay, so the rocks are also going for it. How do you want me to do Unleash, by the way?
You just roll a 4. Okay. So let's.
Yeah,
by
there's
one.
a few
one at a
chain of
time. Yeah, I can
events.
wait.
So,
I can wait
one
a
at a
second.
time. So we're gonna do this starting with as like as you're leaning over and you say the word saviors HK in your brain immediately. You're just like aiming down your sights, looking for that perfect shot. You hit directly on the engine, and the sky just fucking shatters as you hear this ginormous explosion as the transport at the end of the convoy blows up, and you can see just like body parts and equipment just flying everywhere. And that's where we're gonna end the session tonight.
Oh, let's go! Damn, what a shot!
Damn.
What a shot.
What a shot. We will find out the results of the carnage next week when we play. But yeah, thank you everybody for playing. Thank you everybody for watching. It was great. I know we had some raids. Thank you to all the raids that we saw, but let's go ahead and shout out everyone that we've seen here today, starting with lafon. Fawn, where can people find you?
You can find me at just Twitter at LafonH. Also, just a quick request for everyone here. Please curse my dice. They are so cursed that any curses you do will reverse the curse. It's terrible.
Yeah, I mean, you had some pretty awful luck today.
Just for clarification, that's not just today. That's all my dice, all the time.
Yeah, it feels like you are cursed. So hit some inspirations up for LaFon if you got enough sand. Leg Day, where can we find you?
On this channel 3 times a week, or at least 3 times next week. I'm here Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday nights for anime, Hogwarts without turfs, and Star Wars Sith time. So that's great.
Make sure to follow everyone here at their Twitters. Paulsible, where can people find you?
Yeah, no, just right here, Twitter, wherever the ad is. I'm casting some collegiate Halo Infinite tomorrow, so that'll be cool.
Go show some mates some support. Then last but not least, Volamel, where can people find you?
Yes, you can find me on Twitter at Volamel, and on juke.gg. I've tried to be a little bit more active on there as well, kind of talking about some history of Overwatch is my primary game. I write some flowery bullshit about that, and if you're into that, check it out. If not, that's cool too.
Yeah, and you can find me at KenobiCasts, where I will be probably posting about the show that is made after my namesake, because that's going to end in a couple of weeks. So, yeah, that's where you can find me. I also talk about Overwatch sometimes as well. But
lame.
Yeah, I know. But for everyone watching, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to tune in and also follow Casters and Castles. Thank you for all the inspirations. Thank you for all the sand donations, the Ko-fis, the AOGs. It's been a lot of fun. We will see you next time here. Goodbye, everybody. Hopefully my production doesn't suck too bad when we do this transition. Bye.